What's up? Welcome back. 2019 shooting season. It's here. I'm excited, and I'm even more excited about who we have as a guest on video today. I'm here outside of Kansas City, Missouri, the mecca of precision rifles. And in that town resides a small company by the name of GA Precision. The owner of that company is the Godfather of precision rifles, George Gardner. George is here today to talk to us about one of the most commonly asked questions in the PRS, which is, which caliber should I run? I'm pumped. Let's get to it.
George Gardner here. Today we're talking about caliber choice for PRS. There's lots of schools of thought. The main thing is what range you're shooting at, what type of shooting you're doing. You shoot mostly off barricades, positional type shooting, you're going to be shooting a lot of prone, troop line type stages, and what's your distance. I would think all those things are in guys' minds when they're thinking about calibers. And then go past that, availability of factory ammunition if you want that availability, or ease of reloading. So we're going to talk about 3 calibers today. All 3 calibers I have had a lot to do with from different standpoints. The biggest being the 6.5 PRC. It's a great caliber. It's a Magnum bolt face. Feeds real good. It does recoil more than other calibers, so it may not be the best choice to run on a barricade or off of a shaky limb, or somewhere where you don't feel real stable. But if you're going to run a troop line in Oklahoma and 15-mile-an-hour winds out to 1,200 yards, it's going to beat anything else probably in its class. So that's one thing I always think about when I pick a caliber, is where I'm going to be shooting it and what type of shooting I'm going to be doing. 6mm Creedmoor is another one we played with today. It's a great caliber. It's 6mm, so it's low recoiling. Lots of good factory ammunition out there. Hornady's got 3 different offerings. Federal's got a couple. There's a couple other people talking about doing it, and there's I think 6 branded fast manufacturers now. So great caliber, lots of variety of factory offerings, lots of variety of brass, easy to reload, uses 4350 mainly, or a powder similar to that. Bullet choices from 100 grains all the way to 115 with the D-tags. And then the other caliber that's kind of recent, there's a little bit of buzz about it, is the GT. The GT basically gives you the low recoil. It uses Varget, so it uses a faster burning powder, so the little bit of quicker recoil impulse, but it means for an actual lighter recoil altogether. Uses a small charge of 33 to 34.5, 35 grains of Varget. Super easy to get low SDs, which is what the Dasher and BR and BRA guys like, but they don't get the horsepower of the GT. The GT allows you to get up into the 3100 zone, where the Dasher guys can barely get to 3000, and even the guys pushing 3000 are wearing their brass out. So those are the 3 kind of calibers we mess with today. We shot them off the ground, we shot them off a barricade to show you the recoil energy. I put my shoulder into some of them, I free recoiled some of them, just to kind of give you an idea of what those calibers do as far as input to the shoulder. So another thing a lot of people don't realize is if you go with a caliber that does not have factory ammunition, there's a lot of sources out there in the PRS for load data. So if you're shooting a Dasher, or you're shooting a GT, or you're shooting a 6x47, there's probably 100 dudes shooting each one of those calibers that can give you some load data. So if you're worried about for sure needing some factory ammo, you kind of got to go to the Creedmoor. If you're not so worried about factory ammo and you're going to get into reloading, then you might want to look at the 6mm GT, because it kind of has all the functions of what guys are looking for in a reloadable caliber built into one caliber.
GT came about through a phone conversation with me and George one night, and I got a press out and started playing with some brass. The reason I like it, I guess, I like the longer neck compared to the dasher. I mean, the dasher's set all kinds of records and pretty much holds everything at a 600,000 yard bench rest. But in a PRS game, I think it can be just a little bit better. The longer neck, the 35-degree shoulder, a little more capacity to allow you to idle at 3,000 feet per second instead of trashing brass and primer pockets was my big deal. I've run it all the way to 3180 with some different powders that I wouldn't say are stable, just seeing what it was capable of. But most of the time at matches I've run it around 30-30, 30-40, and that's just idling. And the brass and primer pockets are tight. Would I run this if I had to make brass for every match? No. When brass becomes available, I think it's a great cartridge. I think it's capable of some pretty cool things, really.
We're going to run 5 shots with the 6.5 PRC. This is a 147 grain factory Hornady match. This is the same gun, 6.5 PRC. We're going to run 4 shots from each position on the barricade. Okay, now we're going to shoot the 6mm GT. These are 103 grain vapor trails. Now we're going to run the 6mm GT on the barricade from 4 positions.
Well, I hope that was helpful, guys. Pretty interesting stuff with the different recoils. Before I get a billion questions about this really cool looking shooting shirt, they are available. A good friend of both mine and George's, Jeremy Swanee, started the company, Swanee Comp Gear. I think it's SwaneeCompGear.com. Sells all the different precision rifle stuff. Check him out. Really cool company and an awesome person. But lastly, guys, if this video helped you, please do me a favor. Click here and subscribe. If you are interested in seeing some of the other videos and just learning more about precision rifle series in general, click wherever I put the other screens, links to our other videos. Until next time, guys, hit the practice field. It's game time. Let's go. Thank you.